I am Stephanie Lindloff. I am an eco-intuitive coach and teacher, and I specialize in helping women who are busy and who are struggling with anxiety. I help you to reclaim your peace through simple moments with Mother Earth. So glad to have you here today. Speaking of simple moments, I just want you to know right off the bat that I am offering a 5-day experience next week starting February 12th. It is called Awaken Your Eco-Intuitive Garden, 5 days to wisdom, wonder, and peace. And you can click the link below in the description to sign up for that. It is an email event. I'll be popping into your email every day for 5 days with very simple actions that you can take to create your healing eco-intuitive garden. I would love to have you join us, so you can find out more information by clicking the link down in the description. Um, Today, we are going to be talking about intrusive thoughts. Oh, fun. Intrusive thoughts. If you are familiar with this, you know how just painful and how much suffering intrusive thoughts can cause. They are those wild ass thoughts that we have that are totally improbable, often very disturbing, maybe violent, just really like out of nowhere. And they can cause so much anxiety for us. They're actually born of a lot of anxiety. So they're common. Intrusive thoughts are common in people that deal with anxiety in your life. And I have intrusive thoughts. I have dealt with them throughout my entire life, on and off. And I have found something that really helps me manage them, and I wanted to share it with you because if it's something that you're struggling with, I know how hard it is to deal with that and to be, just ruminating about it, and it intensifies your anxiety. So I want to give you a simple practice that will help you manage those moments of having intrusive thoughts. Now, psychology today calls intrusive thoughts, quote, simply the most inappropriate thing your mind can imagine. Wow, how creative are our brains, right? And like I said, they're normal, they are common. We don't often talk about them because they're so crazy and disturbing that we tend to keep them to ourselves. Um, I I want you to know why we have them. So there are some excellent, science behind this reasoning. They often come up when we're experiencing hormonal changes. So for women, this could be, during pregnancy, right after childbirth, during menopause or during perimenopause, especially, can be a time where intrusive thoughts are heightened or might just suddenly appear out of nowhere because they can be brought on by hormonal changes. Intrusive thoughts can also be brought on by traumatic experiences, and that includes things like childbirth or a significant life event, even something like getting married, or certainly something like losing a loved one. So these are experiences that can trigger intrusive thoughts to happen. I have also found that intrusive thoughts can come up when you are going outside of your comfort zone. It's your brain's way of seeking to protect you. And this is where I've really been having a lot of intrusive thoughts popping up in the recent weeks for me because I've been doing things outside of my comfort zone. And I've seen a pattern that this is when those thoughts start coming up. Crazy thoughts like, something horrible happening to my children when I'm away from them or to my husband. Um, for me to make a massive mistake and cause something horrible to happen. I mean, like, just you name it. Crazy, crazy things. And this is, like I said, something that our brain is doing to protect us because we are experiencing something unusual. our brain is reacting to that. And I feel that a lot of times it's our brain's weird way of trying to prepare us for every single possible scenario, even the most improbable, crazy ass scenarios. That is something that our brain is trying to protect us from. So, um, I if you have experienced intrusive thoughts, maybe you have mentioned them to someone, and I did that years ago. When I recognized that I was having them, they were really bothering me. I mentioned them to somebody, a trusted friend, and their response was, "Oh, that's crazy. You know that's not going to happen. You can just let that go. You know that that's improbable." I know that they were well meaning, but that didn't help me. I also talked to a therapist years ago about it, and their response was to have me like spin out the scenario and talk about it in detail. And this was they had, they were well meaning. They thought that this was going to, help my brain understand how improbable this scenario was, and that it would eventually just allow me to release it. That also did not help me. That might help some people, through talk therapy. That usually does help me, but with intrusive thoughts, it did not. They just kept occurring. And importantly, the the work that I did with that particular therapist didn't help me to manage them. So I want to share with you an approach that I did learn finally about 7 years ago from a coach that I was working with. An approach that helped me then, and continues to help me today. So I want to share this with you because it is, I feel, very powerful. Um, Now, I was working with this therapist, with this coach. I'm sorry, it was a coach. She is a fertility coach, and I was in going through an IVF process, in vitro fertilization, with our second child, our son. And so I had a lot of, fears, a lot of just things that were surfacing, and a lot of it was being born, it was coming through in these intrusive thoughts. So this wonderful coach worked with me in soul connection, in working to deepen my relationship with my beautiful soul, knowing that I could call upon her for advice, for guidance, for counsel. And really, our souls they speak to us through our intuition, right? Our intuition is really our soul's language. So this was very much of an intuitive healing process. And um, I have a few notes because I want to be sure that I cover it all. So you might hear a few paper crinkles. So the method that she taught to me and that I continue to use today is this. Before your next intrusive thought, find some space, some time for a peaceful moment where you can get grounded, where you can come back to your heart, where you can connect with your beautiful soul, with the divine, however you define the divine. And in that peaceful space, you want to ask your soul for guidance on how to handle, how to clear intrusive thoughts when they arise. Now, what's really important about this is that you want to do this practice, this soul connection practice, before you have your next intrusive thought. You want to have this tool in your toolkit before that thought even comes up the next time. So, of course, I encourage you to take this time to connect with your soul while you are in nature. That will amplify the healing, the wisdom, and the guidance, and the love, the support that you can receive through this connection with your soul. So, in that beautiful, peaceful space, you simply want to ask your soul for guidance on how to easily and quickly clear your next intrusive thought. Guidance on how to easily and quickly clear your next intrusive thought. And then listen. Listen for your soul's guidance. Listen for what the earth, what Mother Earth, what nature, what the divine is guiding you to do. This may come in a simple word or a mantra. It may be an action that you are like hand movements. It may be a color that you see that you can connect with that just feels very clearing to you. It can be symbols. It can be any number of things. Be open to receive anything that comes forward for you. When, and your soul may, because you will, if you do this in nature, your soul may work in partnership with Mother Earth and provide you with a sensation or a vision that has a connection with nature. So you might find that this way of easily and quickly clearing an intrusive thought is a natural process that comes to mind, like the melting of icicles or water going over a waterfall or leaves falling off of a tree in the fall, in the sunlight. That just came to me. And then walking over those leaves as they're crackly. Just something that nature and your soul is guiding you to envision, to bring back into your awareness the next time you have an intrusive thought. You might be surprised what comes forward. I certainly was. It felt so random and kind of odd in a way, but it was and continues to be a vision that helps me clear those thoughts. And it is, the more you come back to it, the more you are training your brain that it is okay to release that thought. It is okay to let it go, to clear it. You don't need to evaluate it or analyze it or, flesh it out anymore in your mind. You don't need to even, you know, it might help to journal about it, yes, but for me, it didn't help to even journal about it. That didn't help clear it for me. It did bring it out of my brain, but it didn't help with the clearing in the moment. And that's what I want for you, is to have a method that can help you clear those thoughts that can be so disturbing and distressing and really cause you pain and suffering. I want you to have something that can help you clear it in that moment. So I encourage you to do this. It sounds so simple, I know, but it works. And it works when you do it over and over again. When you are aware and can observe that you are having that intrusive thought, that disturbing thinking, with all the scenarios that your brain is trying to protect you from. Hello, little chickadee. That will train your brain that you can clear it. You can clear it from your energy field. You can clear it from your presence. All right? So that is the simple teaching for today. And I just want you to know once again that your soul is so wise. Your soul knows exactly what is going on for you. She knows that this is something that you are struggling with. She knows how disturbing these thoughts are for you. And she has exactly the right guidance and support for you. It is something that you will intuitively know. You will be able to integrate it throughout your awareness with amazing ease so that you too can clear intrusive thoughts easily and quickly so you can reclaim the peace that you so deserve. All right, so have faith. This is a practice. This is something to do over and over again. The more you do it, the more you will know, your brain will automatically go to doing it so that you can experience that peace. All right, I hope that that was helpful for you today. As I said, this is something that I've been working with for several years and it helps tremendously. So I really encourage you to give it a try and try again because it's the practice that will help you in the long run. All right, if this resonated for you, and I hope it did, I would love to hear in the comments below. I would also love to invite you to explore this more deeply, to explore what connecting with your intuition through nature will provide for you, all of the beautiful ways that it will transform your life and help you feel more peaceful. So I lovingly invite you to a free breakthrough session with me. You can learn more about it by clicking the link down below in the description, and I would be honored to support you in this time of your life. I look forward to gathering with you again next Tuesday at 2 right here on YouTube Live. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.